So my name is Evan Fitzgerald. I've been with Lightwave for going on 13 years. I'm the self-perform operations manager, and we're just going to talk a little bit today about how to prepare for a winter storm, kind of like Fern, that we recently had, and what you can do to prepare yourself for an outage situation. Microgrid basically is multiple power sources, whether that be utility, solar, and/or an energy storage system, all combining together to provide power to the home. So when the grid is not there, you either have an energy storage system or solar to supplement and provide power to the home. The system will automatically go into island mode when there's an outage, and it will show within the app that the system is off grid. There usually is a red X over the grid, and it will usually show you how much time you have reserved in your battery or remaining in your battery. Certain batteries have the ability to show that without looking in the app, on the actual battery itself. And then others, you have to rely on that app to see what your percentage remaining is, and it would also show you how many hours you have remaining based on your current run rate. So if you were not to turn off any other loads, it would show you how many hours remaining that you have. One of the main things that you can do is within your app, make sure that you're looking at your app and you have all your notifications set up, that you basically are paying attention to your reserve capacity at any given point, during the outage, to make sure that you have enough capacity to get through the outage. That could be, multiple days or weeks, as we saw with the recent winter storm, and just keeping up with all of that and making sure that you're dialing back your usage as necessary. One of the most critical things is actually turning off loads, during an outage situation. So making sure that you're going to your load center and shedding those non-critical loads and only having things like lights and the bare essentials to get you by until the power is restored. If you do notice an issue with your system and it is offline for whatever reason, your first line of defense is to go through the normal troubleshooting steps within your app and try to get the system back online if you can. And if you cannot, reach out to your system manufacturer, whether that be Tesla, Franklin, etc., to call them, and then they can walk you through some more in-depth troubleshooting on site, especially if it's critical like it was during Winter Storm Fern. And if for some reason we need to get involved, the manufacturer will reach out to us directly. They can sometimes create a case and provide it to the customer, and then you would pass that along to us so that we could dispatch somebody out there to get things repaired or replaced for you if it came to that. So the best way to submit a service request is to go to our website, and there's a link there that you can click on, and you can fill out the information, and that will get us an automated email so that we can get to you quickly. For battery-only systems, it's essentially the same as a system that has solar. You just have to make sure, again, that you're conserving your battery during an outage, making sure that you're shedding those loads that are the least critical to you, trying to live off of the bare minimum during the outage, just turning off everything except for your Wi-Fi, lighting, and a couple circuits just to prolong the battery life, especially if we're expecting a storm to last for multiple days, where you may not have sunlight, given there could be snow or ice on the solar panels. And for a battery-only system, just prolonging that because you don't have the ability to recharge that system. Basically what you have from the grid is all that you have to get you through the outage. In conclusion, an escalation path would be, the first step would be to check your monitoring app to make sure everything looks appropriate, that you are truly in an outage situation, and kind of assess how much percentage that you have left in your batteries and how long the run rate there would be. And then 2 would be to reduce your large loads, turn off your breakers, shed any loads that are not necessary to prolong the life of the battery, especially not knowing how long the outage could be. 3 would be to contact manufacturer support if faults or irregular things occur with your system. 4 would be to contact Lightwave if the manufacturer recommends field service and further dispatch.